I have this really distinct memory from my first real job.
Oh, yeah.
I was managing this ancient inventory system, and it had absolutely no way to talk to any other software.
Right.
I spent probably 4 hours a day just looking at a number on one screen, alt-tabbing, and then typing that same number into another little gray box. It was just mind-numbing.
The classic swivel chair integration, where the human is the API.
Exactly, the human glue. And that's why I've been obsessively reading through the documents for Anthropic's new release, Claude Sonnet 4.6, which just dropped yesterday.
It's a big one.
Yeah, so for this deep dive, we've pulled their technical papers, the new OSWorld benchmark reports, and even some early dev logs. We're going to try and unpack if we're finally done with that kind of drudgery, because the promise here isn't just a smarter chatbot.
No, not at all. It's an agent that sits next to you and uses a computer like a person does.
And that's the headline feature, right? This computer use capability.
It really is a paradigm shift. We're moving from, chatting with an AI to really collaborating with an agent. It just looks at the screen. It doesn't need a developer to build some custom API bridge to get two tools to talk to each other.
Okay, but I have to play devil's advocate for a second. Screen scraping has been around forever. And it's always been super brittle. A button moves 5 pixels and the whole thing breaks.
That's the key breakthrough here. It's not programmed to just click coordinate X, Y. It's using vision.
So it sees the button.
It sees the button labeled submit or export, just like you would no matter where it is. In the OSWorld benchmark, which is like the gold standard for this stuff, the gains are just massive.
So it can, open Chrome, go to a spreadsheet, pull data, then switch over to VS Code and write a report.
All on its own. It's contextualizing the visual interface.
That's wild. But, productivity isn't just about clicking things faster. It's about making the right decisions.
Yeah.
I saw in the dev logs that people are actually preferring this new model over the old heavyweight Opus 4.5 for coding. Why is that?
It really comes down to efficiency and intent. The feedback is that Sonnet 4.6 is just less lazy. It doesn't over-engineer a simple request. But the thing that really stunned me was the vending bench arena simulation.
This was the business strategy test, yeah?
Right. So they set up this simulation where different AIs had to run a vending machine business. Most of them did exactly what you'd expect.
Maximize profit right away.
Immediately. They wanted to get a high score on the board. But Sonnet 4.6 did something totally different. It actually modeled the depreciation of the machines.
Wait, it did the math on wear and tear?
It did. It realized that buying excess capacity in month 2, even though it meant showing a loss for 10 straight turns, was the winning move. It went into the red on purpose to build infrastructure.
That is startlingly human. It's delayed gratification. It's long-term strategic thinking.
And with the new 1 million token context window, it can hold that entire strategy or dozens of research papers in its head at one time.
Okay, but here's the rub for me. I'm hearing about this strategic genius and this amazing visual interface, but I can't just download this and have it running my company tomorrow. That gap between technically possible and actually implemented feels huge.
It is huge. I mean, you need to know how to train it, how to set up the right guardrails, and where to even deploy it so it provides real value.
Which, brings us right to our sponsor, Embersilk.
Yeah.
This is the exact problem they solve.
Mm-hmm.
If you're trying to figure out where an AI agent actually belongs in your workflow, whether it's for software development or automating a process, Embersilk handles that training and integration.
They really do bridge that gap from the raw model to your specific business needs.
So check them out at embersilk.com to see where agents could actually make an impact for you. Now, getting back to the model itself, we know it's smart, but is it? Is it usable? We've seen some of these tools get really dry and robotic.
It's funny you ask that. The safety researchers actually described this one as broadly warm, honest, pro-social, and at times funny.
It has a sense of humor.
Apparently. But that personality is actually a security feature. Because it understands nuance and intent better, it's much harder to trick with prompt injections. It gets the spirit of a request, not just the literal text.
That's pretty reassuring if I'm going to give it control of my mouse.
No.
What about that Excel integration? I saw a mention of MCP.
Right, MCP. It stands for Model Context Protocol. Think of it like a universal USB port for AI.
Okay.
So instead of a complicated setup, Sonnet 4.6 can now just plug directly into tools like PitchBook or Moody's and pull live data right into your spreadsheet cells. No code needed.
That sounds like it removes a massive bottleneck for financial analysts and researchers.
It's already happening. Rakuten said this model produced the best iOS code they've ever seen from an AI, and Box saw it hit 94% on their internal insurance benchmarks.
So we're really looking at a future where the AI is handling the click work, the copy-pasting I hated so much,
Yeah.
and at the same time, the high-level strategic mapping.
Exactly, which frees us up. If the AI is handling the logistics and the execution, we get to focus entirely on the vision, the creative direction.
That's the exciting part for me. I mean, if all the tedious stuff is handled and the complex strategy is being modeled for you, what impossible projects have you been shelving? The ones that were just too complex or too time-consuming?
It feels like the barrier to entry for really big ideas just dropped to the floor.
It's the perfect time to dust those plans off. I love that. Well, if you enjoy this deep dive into the future of getting things done, please subscribe to the show. Hey, leave us a 5-star review if you can. It really does help get the word out. Thanks for tuning in.